Ah, no! Oh god, no! Is that from Need for Speed World as well? It might be from No Limits on mobile, man. Hey Johns, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm not sure if they changed the channel series. Let's give it a go. Let's have a look. Looking pretty dope. You might remember the look of Rework. This is now the updated version after a bunch of feedback from you and other guys. Fucking traffic, dude. We're just fighting a call. Okay. Good start. Immediately dead. I gotta say, I do prefer it a lot without the camera shake. It looks much nicer. Oh, the bar on the left, that's the pursuit breaker. And around the middle you have the nose. Okay. I see how it is. How you been? They actually remastered the cutscenes too. Yeah, the cutscenes got upscaled. Yeah, they did do a better job on these ones. Maybe they can re-render the ones from Most Wanted, because I also agree that the carbon ones look better. I remember on the first version of Rework, people were complaining about the camera shake. So let's see it without. Hey guys, Kuru here. Check out Mad Monk. Amazing supplements, link in the description below. I just realized that the nose flame has a different color. You know, I quite like when a visual mod goes far, because otherwise it just looks too similar to the original. You know, might as well play the original and bring out some, you know, optimization mods that just makes the original make as look as it could be. Like if you actually, you know, go for a remastered look, you gotta go further. And I like that the mods, you know, went further. They also went a step back, you know, for the camera shake. Not many fans for the camera shake, so they removed it. It definitely went for the look of 2015, if you ask me. No drift cam. They took it out. I'm not sure if it looks any different when you're further away. Not really. The physics are way different, obviously. Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah. Sure, should probably point it out. Those are not the vanilla drift physics that you know from Carbon. It's not as fast. Which is a bit sad to me personally, because I love this insane high speed that you usually have in Carbon. So taking that out of the game, you know, it's not my first choice, that's for sure. Alright, Canyon with traffic, let's go. Another addition to the mod. Traffic with Canyon is a bad idea. I think it's fine. It's an extra challenge. But the opponents are not very good at dodging them. They're definitely struggling. But I gotta be honest, it might be necessary. It might be necessary just so you can deal with stronger opponents. You know, you need them to get stuck from time to time. Like if he wasn't stuck there, I definitely would have lost the race. For you, it's just annoying. I mean, that's fair. Loving the neon kits. Definitely an addition that should have been in the game in the first place. So I seriously doubt that would have been too much work for the Need for Speed dudes, right? Nah, I like the old cam more. I think I also prefer the old drifting. But you know, as I said, you know, if you have an overhaul mod, the more different it is, the better. Because I think an overhaul mod should give you a different feeling than the original. Because if it doesn't, good chance you could just play the original, you know? These events being hard as a kid. It can't be, because in Carbon the opponents, they are bugged out when it comes to the points. They get so little points. I still think it's quite exciting when you have NPCs crashing out on traffic. I think that has always been pretty fun. Camera. Oh no! Ooh! Did you notice? The window's breaking? You know what I noticed though? Like this cover that they put over the rear mirror, it doesn't even fit. If you look closely, like it didn't catch the borders correctly. I think it could do without. Ooh. Dude, that's the same livery that I put on the the RX-7 last time I played this game. It looks dope. It looks dope though. I like it. I do like it quite a bit though, you know? I gotta say, for example, I like this mod with the close camera. Usually I would go for the far one, but I think for this one it's quite nice. I might actually buy some mods for Need for Speed games this year to check those out for a change. Yeah, I guess one thing I have to look out for is that the mod isn't using other people's mods. But the thing is, that happens anyways. Like sometimes you know, people forget to credit And I can't double check everything people send me, it's too much work. Oh, it's Yumi. Yumi, come back here! But you crashed. Yes, we got a chance! Did you notice that the camera is mounted a little bit differently? Like it doesn't follow the car as much. But the camera is more loose. Ah my god! Yumi! Leave me alive, please. Dude, the car is super grippy though, it's really fun to drive. If you need a fun car, use this one. It reminds me a lot of Most Wanted. You know, in Carbon, usually the cars are fucking... usually not grippy enough for my taste, but man, this feels a lot like a Most Wanted car. It's gotta be a BMW then. Can we block her off? Nope. Oh shit, she's trying to kill us too. The question is, will I ever be able to beat Yumi? If we activate her ability, she should slow down. But that also means I have to be in range of Yumi to activate her in the first place. Actually fairly close this time. Didn't get super wrecked, just a little bit. Did they increase the dust effects too? I feel like there's more smoke at the beginning of a race. Story is alright, but it confused the hell out of me. I don't know how you had your first experience with this game, but I was not following the story whatsoever. Like, I had to replay the game a few times. Call me stupid, but I seriously doubt too many people grasped the story the first time around. Okay, stupid. Damn! I think it was after I played the game again on stream that was like, ah, okay, now it kinda makes sense. To be fair, when I played the game the first time when I was 17, I probably didn't care that much for the story either. You know, I wasn't like super paying attention to it. Ooh, we won for a change. Oh, that's not a drift car, is it? Ah, that is not a driftable car. Ah, this is not a drift car. Good thing none of the boss fights require you to drift. I mean, my car is very grippy, but it's not one of the fastest ones. Although I feel like we're being carried by Yumi or Cell anyways. I wonder if Neville at this stage in the game will also be so overpowered, but honestly I don't think that the blockers have this prowess. It is not fast enough. Hey guys, Kuru here. Check out Instant Gaming for cheap game keys. Click the link in the description below. Oh, baby. These objects, that's a Carbon thing. That's 100% a Carbon thing where you hit one of those fences that get stuck under your wheels and you lose all of your speed. It's ridiculous. It's not a Carbon thing, it's out of aluminum. At least I didn't call it aluminum. Thinking about the motion blur effect, I think it's a bit too strong on the edges. Like it's a visible edge because it's so blurred. You know, to me it should feel like it's, you know, going outside of the border of the screen. It's a bit too sharp of a difference for me. Not sure if anyone even sees it, or if I'm just super sensitive. Now, it reminds me of a vignette effect. I really like this intro. They actually recreated that endless tunnel from Underground 1. So I had to put on the Underground livery. It's pretty sick, right? Those are the things that probably take the most time. What the fuck did they do to this golf? Fucking LEDs on a giant spoiler. Okay, it's just carbon fiber that is reflecting, but still. You look ridiculous, man. You get him? Yeah, I got him. Too concentrated on trying to catch Yumi, no chance. I'm behind her, but look at my speed, man. I'm gonna be behind Yumi with like 200 less kilometers per hour. Especially with the motion blur, it looks extra fast. We're actually both really far ahead. Like the others, they haven't even hit the 2 speed traps that we have. Come back here. Okay, never mind, she's way far ahead anyways. Do I feel like Paris right now? Oh, wait a second. Imagine that would be the last leg. The rubber band comeback. It reminds me a little bit of Underground. What I find so obvious is how much heavier the traffic cars are in this game. The handling on this car looks weird. It's very direct. It's super instant. It reminds me a lot of the handling that I get in Most Wanted. Because the car is just so quick. It's fun though, it allows for some really aggressive racing lines. It feels like Hot Pursuit Remaster without input lag. Yeah. Oh wow. Her car has no chance. This car is way too grippy for the canyon. And in comparison to the usual grippy cars in Carbon, it actually has some speed too. I might want to use it a little bit longer, man. Oh, poor Angel, she got wrecked. She got wrecked badly. Usually I would speed brake around this corner and this car just grips it. It's so nice. Whoa. that messed with the game.
Thing is, I can see him coming a mile away.
Funnily enough, it's running on the stock tires. Yeah, we don't need brakes to just slow us down. It's so true for this game too. Whoa. Okay, I think it gets even more ridiculous when it comes to the handling. Maybe we can finally keep up with Yumi. Okay, this feels very different. It usually doesn't happen that quickly that you run through carbon with 300 kilometers per hour. That's usually something for the Corvette at the end of the game. And it definitely comes with less grip. This is a fun car. But yeah, I'll check the dealership for something else soon. Did want to see what this car is capable of though. You know, maybe it was a bit unfair to Carbon's map design. It might honestly just come down to the cars not being as grippy as Most Wanted. Because now that I've played the Carbon map with this car, I'm getting these Most Wanted vibes, you know, where I just drive like I usually would in Most Wanted, you know. This is just Most Wanted handling on a car. Holy shit! I just had 360. This is a tier 2 car, this isn't even tier 3 yet. Not in World's handling. I haven't played World that much to really know and feel like it. I mean, it's not exactly like Most Wanted because some things I'm doing with this car I could never do in Most Wanted. I'm actually holding back a little bit on the steering because the car is just so responsive. I mean, it's Need for Speed, obviously the M3 is overpowered. It shouldn't surprise you. I gotta say, it's very enjoyable to be able to hold the racing line now. I kinda wish that we could reduce the world level of detail some more without the game looking like complete pudding. Because there's a bunch of stuff you would remove for a speedrun by turning the graphics lower. There's just a lot less stuff to hit. I still need a mod to remove the loss of territory. That shit's just such a waste of time. Because you never, at least I never, go for defense. It reminds me a lot of the Elise, just the way this thing is driving. It accelerates like crazy and it has super good flip. God, just playing it cool. Yeah, if you don't understand the situation, you can play it cool. Then the world could fall apart around you. You're gonna play it cool because you don't even know what's happening. Reverse entry. And we can also see what they did to the handling. Oh, he's done. Plymouth. That's actually very obvious. Well, I definitely had a better understanding of my car. Wait, what? Okay, so that event is bugged. Dude, I can't even leave. This game is soft locked. Somebody should tell them. Oh my god. It doesn't even let me quit the event. They did break this event for some reason. I feel like so many cars in this game feel a lot faster than they are in the original Carbon. Which is good. Carbon to me was always too slow. Especially for the tuners. I was always surprised like how grippy this car is considering how fast it is in this event. The car is so drifty. I mean, those giant skinny tires don't do anything. The thing about the Jump Series, if you don't have any opponents, no teammates, it does take a little bit away from the experience. You can have some really cool and fast races, but you know, I'm kind of missing the small talk. Or just the cops calling. You know, the king's raging. He's so dead. Oh, he definitely fell off the mountain. Dude, honestly, I thought it's Miata for a second. With that body kit. Dude, the drifting with traffic is bullshit. Oh, this is not working. What were they thinking? In my opinion, the canyon is already difficult enough to drift through at a decent speed. Traffic just takes too up space. This game is your favorite challenge series. You know, one challenge series most people don't know about is the one from Undercover. Because you need a very specific version of the game to even access the challenge series. You know, the first mistake I always do is like I don't really check what my exact challenge here is. Is it trade pins? Is it taking out a certain amount of cops? Is it a certain amount of time? Do you guys pay attention? Do you know what I need to do? I mean, eventually we're gonna get the goal. I'm just not sure what it is. I mean, if you play the game often enough, you would remember, but not even I played that much. The objective is to complete it. Holy shit. It looks even more brutal when you have the cutscene thing on. Oh, as a cop. Let's see how this thing drives. Oh, it's very slidey. Doesn't really have grip. Like you turn in and then it drifts. Now look at the damage model. I don't think I pointed it out yet, but we do have changed cop models as well. Oh, that does not run like a Golf. The turnaround was not that easy. Dude, the traffic is so buggy. So buggy when you have the game running on high FPS. Can you total the cop car? I don't think so. I think it's just visual damage. It gets damaged less than a cop car that you would attack. Oh, I pressed respawn. Okay, we're going back to career mode. Wrong button! I wanted to press the right analog stick to look back, but yeah, that's not how it works. Like a lot of these customizations are straight out of modern Need for Speed games. We need something, we need some thumbnail material, right? I think the Golf looks a bit more floaty than the M3 from earlier. I think the spoiler is super fitting though. Couldn't tell you exactly why it decided to die, but it did. Usually I would say the Golf is better, but I think the M3 was actually faster, as it's substantially slower. Like the M3 had no issues whatsoever reaching 300. No. Gun her all, or we might be able to kill him. Hey! Most wanted strats still work, man. The Golf flips everything. Dude, this is not winning. Fuck this car. It looks good, but it's not very fast. We're gonna park it for a little bit. Look at this, already in first. Like, the difference between acceleration and grip is day and night. Yeah, this is the Elise, man. This is the Elise of carbon. This is a tier 2 car. Honestly, this is a lot more fun. This car, it's just flying. I do wonder if there's anything in tier 3 that keeps up with this. It feels more like a tier 3 car. Man, this car was also a lot smaller than the others. Like in the cutscenes, it seemed so tiny. So that even more supports the stereotype of the Elise. It's the small M3. It looks so good though. One of the best looking BMW fronts ever made. So simple, but so much character if you ask me. Dude, this thing is such a beast. Look where he is, man. Look where he is. I can just sit here and win. Ah, this car is stupid. I kinda wanna beat Darius in it now. Especially this is a tier 2 car, right? It's been a while since we get joined by some cops. It happens so rarely in Carbon. I'd say at least for Darius we're gonna build something new. I'm not sure what they should use though. But the good thing is once Darius has been locked, there's gonna be a lot more things to choose from. I actually wish they would add a separate handling model for drifting in new Need for Speed games too. And they have this hybrid model with a slider between grip and drift, like neither work really well if you ask me. Because then you have a lacking grip and a lacking drift model in my opinion. They worked so much better for Black Box too, right? Like they understood that, you know, trying to balance it out doesn't really work. Unless your physics in your game are based on a lot of real physical data. Let's say like a Forza Horizon, then it doesn't really work trying to do both. It really feels like the Elise. The way it jumps out of the start line, you can still drift and free roam during races. I mean, if you have extra options, you can enable it. And after you did, just read the file. It says if you press K, you enable drift mode, and you can't do it anywhere. You can do it in events. You can do it in free roam. Typical Carbon. Like, look how long you've been driving around here, and there's not a single hiding spot anywhere. No safe house, no hiding spots. I just really hate that. I mean, the number one thing, since it's not a tuner, it doesn't grip as much. And I think that alone really puts it quite a bit behind. It might keep up speed-wise. And even in that department, I think it might be a bit slower. I just don't think it has enough grip to keep up. I might buy a tier 3 tuner. Yeah, the thing about top speed in this game, unless you have Nikki drafting for you, and you do a very specific event, you're not gonna have enough space to even reach the top speed, you know? That's why I'm usually not a big fan of top speed in most racing games, because there isn't very many spots you will reach it, and if you reach it, you're not gonna drive it for very long. So usually, you're better off just having good acceleration and good handling when it comes to lap times. Whoa, poor guy. Can you see him? Where is he? Ah, sliding over there. I mean, to be fair, this feels more like a car from Carbon. Ow, with the lag, you know, with the lack of handling, because it's a vanilla car. Dude, sometimes I forget which cars are vanilla and which ones aren't. Like, they start feeling the same. Still have to survive another lap here. I swear, one of these laps is enough for an event, if you ask me. 3 minutes? Plenty of time for a single event. It's just full. It's just full on the handling stuff. Oops. A poor guy. Probably worth trying. It would be a tier 3 car that also has the tuner setting. And it's one of the new cars, so it could actually be good. And so that was a bit of a disappointment. I think I'll sell it. Okay, this might be comparable to the M3. Let's see. Although it doesn't have the same crazy handling. It looks pretty cool. It's still not as fast as the M3. That car was doing better. I swear sometimes I completely lose orientation when the motion blur kicks in. Panicky. I think I might be at the end of the gearbox. And he's the end of the line. I never get the Pro Street limit adjuster. Nah, sadly. That would have been a lot of fun. Pro Street with more cars. Wow, that was so many ways to get stuck there. Right, I got a new recommendation. Get a tuner. Get one of the new cars that are considered tuners. And they get some juicy performance. And it reminds me a lot of the cars from Most Wanted. The way they're performing. 4 laps? Wait, that's more than usual, right? That got buffed. You don't do 4 laps against Darius usually. Dude, he's broken. Dude, they might have nerfed exotics. That would explain the performance of the Mercedes earlier. I think they nerfed exotics. They probably nerfed muscle cars too. Ooh, that was close, Darius. Nearly lost it there. Like, if you get stuck, yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I wonder if the muscle cars are also messed up. But the exotics are definitely nerfed. Yeah, the M3 was actually faster. Apparently this tier 2 car is just too good. If I had to guess. Regrets. Why is this not working, man? Does anything work in this fucking game? So many pursuit breakers are just dysfunctional. I mean, honestly, I think the muscle cars remained the same. Although I never thought the exotics to be good, you know, if anything, the exotics were overpowered in the hands of NPCs, but I think overall they were not, just weren't that good. And we lost. But honestly, the muscle cars, they feel like they always do. That's an exotic, right? The Cayman, it's so tame. Like, it's slower than the muscle cars, and not as good as the tuner when it comes to grip. Like, especially the buff tuners that you get with this mod. It feels so tame in comparison. The only thing that was broken was a single event. Like, a single event didn't work. Everything else was fine. I'm liking this car. But as I said, you know, if those cars are just copied over from Need for Speed World, it makes sense, because they're very fast. Way faster than what you do in Carbon. And World always felt like a bit of a hybrid. Like, the high-speed performance from Most Wanted slightly changed handling in that regard. But yeah, I definitely wasn't a fan of the monetization model. All the way back then. 2010 already, they were doing that microtransaction shit. And I always found it ridiculous to call it a microtransaction when you pay like $100 for a single car. Like, a single car within a game costs you more than a usual game. That just never made sense to me. I would much rather force everyone into a subscription and have a you know, even playing field. The lead of one, exactly. M4? That's definitely not in this game. Ah, no. Oh god, no. Is that from Need for Speed World as well? It might be from No Limits on mobile, man. It is No Limits? Yeah, I thought so, because I remember the Razer thing in No Limits. I was still playing back then. Nice driving, man. This is not the gun first. Gonna kill another one. Okay. Can the cops? The suspension of this car is still broken. I remember I had the same issue last time I played this mod. They did not upgrade this mod yet. The suspension from the last ticket. Yeah, but it's still a newer one, right? Oh no, not against the M4, dude. Dude, it looks like it has black outlines, you know? It looks like it's from an anime. You know what I mean? Okay, it's really popping out because of the outlines. And it's slow, holy shit. It's really, really slow. I hope you guys enjoyed version 2 of Carbon Rework. I'm out for the day. So you guys sleep tight. We'll come back tomorrow for more, and good night. Bye bye, chance. Have a good one.